our favorite sports news. This is Givin Game, and I am no other than Coach Goody. What up, my good people? How y'all been? It's been so long. But you know, it's time to go to work. Put my theme music on and turn me up, because guess what? It's October, and it is homecoming month. Yes, if you went to an HBCU, I don't know about my PWIs, I can't speak to it. I hear they have homecomings, but it's just not the same. This is our season as we rejoice. All of our schools sometime this month will be having homecoming, and guess whose homecoming it is this week? Jackson Fair, Jackson Deer. Yes, I love my Jackson, oh dear home. Shout out to all my people in the Jack. That is Jackson, Mississippi, that would be. I love all y'all. I played there for 4 years, you know what I mean? I got to wear the jersey, so it just means so much more to me. If you're watching me live right now, I am all the way flanked up in my Jackson State gear, because what else would I be suited and booted in? I can't be at homecoming this year, but breaking news, I will be at the Las Vegas HBCU Classic. This is the inaugural year. Jackson State will be facing off against Grambling State University. Large alumni factors out there. It's going to be another amazing weekend, so I had to choose. I had to pick. You know, sometimes a part of this adulting is making good decisions. So I had to lock in and decide, hey, as they are coming out to Vegas, let me be a part of the numbers that contribute to keeping this thing consistent. So I will be in Vegas on the 25th, but all my Jews out there in Jackson, Mississippi, y'all turn up one time for me. And all the other HBCUs this week, I wanted to highlight them: NCAT, Alabama A&M, Delaware State, Kentucky State, Morgan State, Alcorn. Shout out to my boys, everybody from Alcorn. We got a large Alcorn population out here in SAC. UAPB, Langston University, Fayetteville State, Grambling State, Cheney, Morris, Brown. They all are having homecoming this week. So shout out to all you amazing institutions. I know y'all think it's all about having fun and turn up, but it's really like a big family reunion. And I will say the best part about homecoming is we take everybody in. It don't matter if you went to a HBCU, went to our HBCU. It's just a big time for family, get together, lock in, really just have a great time together. Also celebrating the rich history of all these HBCUs. It's just an amazing time no matter whose homecoming you go to. If you get a chance in this lifetime, make sure that you tap in. Jackson State still holding that number one spot as the number one HBCU, and they will be facing off against Alabama State tomorrow. So I will have my Lego, I will have my TV and my coffee, watching the game, of course, because what else would I be doing but supporting them? So if you get a chance, I know on the ESPN 3s and all kind of those smaller channels, they are going to have those HBCU games, man. Tap in, watch, support. You know, we need the support. Thursday night, football. Thursday night in general. I told you guys, October, it's homecoming. It's all these sports. It's everything going on. But it is nothing like switching back and forth through channel to channel, streaming on your phone, watching through another app to get the game inside. And so yesterday was no short of the love of October, because you got Major League Baseball going on. I mean, Phillies, Dodgers, let's get into it, okay? Then you got the football game going on, Scatterboo and Dart going crazy. I mean, it was just too much to consume. I was just sitting on the edge of my seat, sweating almost, because I was like, hey, listen, if you don't love sports, this is why we love sports, okay? This is why we tap in, because there's so much going on. So we start off, let's just start with baseball real quick, okay? Let me get myself together, because the Cubs absolutely dominate the Brewers. This is something that they needed, because they needed to even the series up. Now it's 2-2. This is also win or go home, okay? If you have never watched baseball, this is a great time to jump on the bandwagon. Watching competitive sports, I tell you guys all the time, it's nothing like it, okay? It's nothing like watching athletes play at the highest level, okay? So Cubs, shout out to y'all, getting things going. I told you I'm still going for the Brewers, but Cubs even things up. And then the Dodgers, with a dramatic finish last night, winning 2-1 over the Phillies. The Phillies are tough. I'm going for the Dodgers in this because, again, I have no dog in the race. But the Dodgers got a grace of God from the baseball gods, okay? Because yesterday, the era of all conversation, all debates, what do you do in that decision? Do you go to first base? Do you go home? Obviously, the play went home, and then they overthrew. Two errors, crucial moment in the game. And again, this is why we tap in. This is why we tap it in. And I'm fully thinking that's the best, by far, series. You just got to keep your eye. If you get a chance, watch the Phillies and the Dodgers. I think that's the two best teams literally in baseball. So whoever wins that series, I'm just projecting right now that more than likely they are going to win the World Series. Those two teams, no offense to everybody else, very, very, very good. And it's always going to be a debate. Now it's in Baseball Hall of Fame. It's in baseball history. That play will determine what now happens the rest of the series. Can they bounce back? Are they going to be mentally locked in? Or whoever wins this series, if it's the Dodgers, they prevail off this mysterious play. Phillies bouncing back from the mysterious play, but I think one of those two teams win the World Series. Hey, no offense. I know if you hate the Dodgers, sorry for you. If you hate the Phillies, sorry for you. But I think one of those two teams, just something different about those two. Now, when we switch over to football, the Philadelphia Eagles, okay, the loaded offense of all offenses, looked absolutely garbage yesterday. And I did not understand. With all these weapons, you can't get just no consistent offense, no flow, no rhythm, no nothing. Like, absolutely disgusting display of offense from Philly yesterday. They lost 34 to 17. And, I mean, come on now, Eagles. You guys played the New York Giants. Now, that's who I really want to talk about. Don't care about Philly and their offensive woes. Hey, find a way to get your offense going. I have no sympathy for teams that are absolutely loaded. Figure it out, okay? And of course, as a Cowboy fan, I ain't cheering for y'all anyway. So I hope you keep this, misdirection and all this confusion. Keep it up. But I also do not want to see games like the Giants last night, who absolutely destroyed the Eagles. Now, my boy, Big Scat, okay? Scataboo, 916er. All my 916 people stand up. Yes, he's from little old Sacramento. I told y'all, we produce. Real Linda, shout out to all y'all. Shout out to the Knights, okay? Because again, this is a product. Went to Sac State before Arizona State, all right? This is a Sacramento product, and he acted a fool out there, okay? 3 tugs yesterday. I think I saw a reference. He is the running back Gronkowski. Great analogy, okay? He is out there hitting backflips, taking his shirt off. I mean, of course, when you're a kid that probably people thought was not going to come from somewhere because they automatically look at your high school. That's just what it is. High school, and then where do you go to college, and absolute underdog story. So when you an underdog and you really that guy, like he's that guy, okay? And when you're playing as well as you are, you gotta go ahead and turn up. I just love to see him enjoying it. I love the city being on. Like, if you played against him, you already know the boy is a back of all backs. I mean, he literally looks like the Incredible Hulk out there. I was just like, whoa. And he can hit a backflip. Like, then you got Jackson Dart. And Dart, hey, he said, I got to figure it out. Getting wiggly, okay, running touchdown, and he threw a pass. I mean, short dink and dunk, but 17 for 25 yesterday. Not so bad. 13 carries, 58 yards. Tuggy, the Giants look kind of scary. Okay? I'm going to hype them up just so we can have a reason to beat them, as in we the Cowboys. But definitely impressed. And I was like, I cannot talk about Thursday Night Football without giving my boy Scataboo some love. But, man, it was just impressive. I told y'all, flipping back and forth, watching this game and watching that game. And then Obviously, Giants beat anybody that beats Philadelphia, I'm absolutely happy and proud of. So, a big win for the Giants. Obviously, this change that they made, getting out of there with Wilson, getting the young blood in there, this is really what a rebuild looks like. All right? Because some teams in the NFL have no clue what it looks like to rebuild a squad. Now, let's talk about another team that may be struggling with their rebuild or, making sense of their investment. The Jags. Monday Night Football. Jags beat the Chiefs 31-28. And, again, Patrick Mahomes' offense kind of in shambles. Just what we're used to. It's not Pat Mahomes, you know what I mean? So, he's still making Pat Mahomes type plays, but the offense is just blah. Nothing really spectacular. And the Jags, on the other hand, which we haven't talked about him a lot, cousins, but Travis Hunter, freak of nature. All right? I don't know if y'all was watching when he shook a couple of them and was breaking out, and I was just like, how is he making those plays, number one? Number two, Coach Prime been telling y'all. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you guys just always believe in what Coach Prime says. No. Check this out. This kid has been a two-way kid his entire life. So the expectation he has put his body through, his body naturally starts evolving to what you teach it. He knows how to play both sides. And the debate is going to continuously be, how are the Jags playing him? I think it's mismanagement right now. Let him go both ways. Let's see what it is. And you can't tell me that y'all can't come up with some type of offensive scheme or some type of way to implement him in the offense and him being able to practice more with the defense or whatever that looks like. But again, freak of nature. And y'all need to figure it out over there. Okay? Jags, figure it out, because he obviously is something special. You got to show the world why you moved up those picks, gave up the bag and the house to get him. You wanted to use that skill set. You want to take the Ferrari out. You got to go and drive that thing full throttle. Y'all out here driving in residentials and you got a Ferrari. Keep it real. Get that thing on Highway 1 and turn him up. Because I think that he can handle it. Given this, I don't know, baby step type of mentality, it's not helping your program. Okay? It's not helping you out. It's not looking good. You got something there. Let's build on it. Because we saw it with the Niners. Okay? Niners. Build it. I mean, they're making it happen with nothing, most would say. Roster-wise, statistically, Jones was supposed to be a bum. Remember they told us that? Well, it looks like he's over there rocking and rocking with the Niners, and they got a big week, okay? They got the Bucks. This is, to me, the game of the underdog quarterback, okay? You got these two quarterbacks going against each other, and again, Baker looking Baker college-ish, okay? Maybe even better. And Jones balling, system looking good. Defense solid over there in 49erville. But I'm just saying, both 4-1. I'm going to be paying attention. I'm going to be watching this game. And I'm not a Niners fan, to say the least. But Niners, you guys got me rubbing my chin and thinking this is something good here. And it's different from getting the highlights and hearing about the game, watching the news about the game. But when you watch every play and you see, I got to see what the magic is about the Niner game. And I'm very intrigued about this Jones-Baker matchup. As we talk about quarterbacks, you already know who been getting on our last nerves is the Browns. Now, just mysteriously, injuries, things happen. Somebody wants Joe Flacco. I don't understand how Joe Flacco has a job still. Crazy to say the least. But he hasn't been good since 2012 when I graduated from college. This is just not making sense to me. But now he's a Cincinnati Bengal. And who naturally moves up? That will be Daniel Gabriel. And naturally, first not really announced, but the natural backup is Shedeur. It's a head-to-head, mano-a-mano type situation at this current point of everything. And logistically, I know everybody thinks, again, we are all brainwashed because we love really Deion Sanders. But as a fan, true fan of Shedeur, knowing his shortcomings, I think this is the best situation possible. And I wish no harm to Gabriel. I want him to go out there and play the best. Give himself a chance. I just talked about Scatterboo. These are guys that may not meet the par, may not really have longevity in the league. Who is determined that? But when you are able to achieve your dreams, achieve your goals, go out there and ball out. Like, some of y'all really sound like clowns talking about, oh, I wish he get injured. I hope it don't go bad. Just to get Shedeur in with the weakest offensive line in the league? Stop it. Stop it, okay? Give this boy Daniel Gabriel a chance. Let him go out there, show his skill set. Because also, too, as a competitor, I'm like this. Give it to me straight up. Let me win the position. Do not come in here and give me no favors, give me no passes. Let Shedeur do what he needs to do to matriculate into the league, develop his game. I actually think it's better. Remember, guys, we thought this was the best decision ever for him because the expectation is low and all he got to do is grow. What else? Everything he does is going to impress. So just develop, get better, get better. As you get better over time, then what? You become Tom Brady. Who's to say? But instead of coming out here like, oh, Shedeur got to start tomorrow, which he does not, I think, hey, sit back, stay getting ready, stay on your grind, and Daniel Gabriel, we wish you much success over here at Givin Game. I don't expect nothing other than going out there, balling out, doing what you did in Oregon, do what you did to get in the league. Because then when it's time for Sanders to go out there and show the watch, he earned every single moment of it. And we all know when you listen to Givin Game, we got to go back, way back, and earn your stripes. Remember, y'all listening to me live on 97.5 FM KDEE. And I'll see y'all in a bit. What up, what up, what up? This is Coach Goody, and you're listening to me live on 97.5 FM KDEE. I got my boy Julius in the building. And, of course, it is the return of basketball season, okay? A lot going on in the NBA world, a lot going on in the college world, but also in the WNBA, okay? The finals are here. If you've been under a rock, let me catch you up with what's going on. The Aces completely are in the driver's seat, in complete domination of what is going to happen in their future. They are up in the first time in a 7-game series in the WNBA Finals. This is the first time they're doing this. They are up 3-0. They won the first matchup 89-86. We had hopefulness. A'ja Wilson had 21 points. And then Aces win second game 91-78. And these are both in Las Vegas with a dominant win. Jackie Young, 32 points, 21 in the third, leading now all WNBA records for most points in a quarter. But prior to that, A'ja Wilson, right on the heels, had 20 in the second quarter, and she only finished with 28. But still, when you got two players dominating at that type of level, like, very, very, again, impressive with what these young ladies are showing, young women, but A'ja, complete dog in game 3. It was a back and forth situation. Came down to the final shot. Aces win 90-88. Is now becoming one of the most infamous WNBA shots in all time. Why? Because there is 2.5 million viewers watching every night. With no Caitlin, with no Angel, with no Paige. This is why I am confirming. I know WNBA fans, new people, hear me out. A'ja Wilson, flat out GOAT, okay? They win tonight. They play tonight at 5. They are in Phoenix. No team has come back from a 2-0 deficit when the tournament was 5, or finals was 5 games. Now it's 7 games. I do not see Phoenix getting out of the hole. And so I'm saying Asia dub. She has another double tonight. Also comes out, wins, sweeps the Mercury, comes in, gets the finals MVP, league MVP this year. I mean, she's gonna pull a Shea. Legit. Like, and I know there is a lot of great players. I come from a long history of knowing the game, but it is just something about Asia's game, how she puts it together, how she plays, how she works on her game, because yes, she is a forward. And again, I think it's because she's a forward. Everybody's like, oh, she doesn't deserve this. No. She working on her shot, dropping dimes. I mean, playing a complete game, and you can't deny it. Like, it's just right there in your face. Julius, I don't know if you caught any games. How you feeling about the WNBA? We're trying to convince everybody. I'm telling y'all right now, get your favorite fan, team, whatever. Very easy to cheer for Asia Wilson. What you thinking?
I'm a Valkyries fan myself.
Okay, shout out to the Valkyries. I'm a Valkyrie fan too, but I gotta give Asia, like, you know, she's the GOAT.
For sure. She's basically a point forward, to put
Pretty
it
much.
in more basketball terms. She's averaging almost 27, 10 and 3 a game, and she's guaranteed to win this finals MVP.
Side note about Petty McPetty, because you know Julius is a big NBA fan. It's probably helping out too that Bam Adebayo is her boo. Like, you know what I mean? I'm seeing a lot of similarities in the game. I see where her areas of the game has improved. Bam's a legit baller. You know what I mean? Like, very, very special talent. But you can tell they've been in the gym together working out for sure. Like, you know what I mean? Drake music in the background, the whole nine. But she is very, very special. And again, if you're not watching, I got Julius tapped in tonight. We're all watching. Asia be able to cement this great season. I know the WNBA probably does not want the Aces to win tonight because we need viewership. We need these numbers to continue to go. But I can see how also, too, the Aces are just too good. I mean, Chelsea Gray, like I said, Jackie Young pretty much getting into wherever she wants to. And this is the crazy part to me, too. In the NBA, outside of LeBron James, and you can tell because, you know, who's your favorite player?
Steph Curry.
All time, Steph. Okay. So, and that was just a debate. You know, last time I had my guest in here, we debated who's the top 5. Steph is now in the top 5. Multiple people confirmed that this week. All right. Now, with Steph Curry, that's actually great for what I'm about to bring up. So, Steph Curry's a guard, right? Steph Curry is great because why? Why do you think he's great?
His impact on the game, his shooting, his playmaking for others.
Handle, crazy. One of the best of all time, I would say. Top Kyrie up there. 1-2, 1-AB type style. Okay. Very great response. Because Steph Curry, the Ja Morants, the Bookers, that is who your favorite NBA guy is. Outside of LeBron James. Nobody's saying Giannis. Nobody's saying Jokic. Nobody's saying Bam Adebayo. I mean, some people may, but it's not a large number. Your favorite is usually a shifty guard, right? Hence why y'all could become fans of the WNBA, because that's what we're loaded with. Shifty guard. Jackie Young, if you look her name up, look her highlights up. I'm talking about shaking, baking, ankles, handle crazy. We already know the point guard. The point guard name came from Chelsea Gray. Okay? So, again, I'm just saying, NBA, WNBA naysayers, just give it a chance. Because you're going to see some plays. The game pace, definitely different. I call both sides. So, I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, the game is at the same pace. But I will say the basketball quality, grade A. And I love how they're, doing different things that the NBA may not be able to do because it's so traditional. It already has a way. But again, trajectory too. At year 30 is when the NBA started making that tilter. We're already at year 28 and making the tilter probably 3 years ago. So just give the league a chance. I'm telling y'all, it's going to grow. And especially with Unrivaled, the league has no choice but to grow. Because Unrivaled got something special. They're expanding. They're growing. Told y'all, Fee didn't just come out and get on these heads for no reason. She came back and got on some heads because she has a league that's just as competitive. She has all these players. and we're not playing long enough. 3 months is not long enough to get the fans captivated into a, buying stake market, as well as it's getting kind of, UConn-ish with the Aces domination right now. I'm just saying. And that dropped a little bit of viewership due to that. So we need more teams. We're getting it. We need more players in the league to make it competitive. But if you're not watching the finals, what are you doing? All right? College football this weekend. I wanted to talk about something more serious, I guess, on the tone. I could not end the show or get towards the end. But the Kyron Lacey. Have you heard about Kyron Lacey?
Yes.
Very, very unfortunate story. Young man injured himself, took his life, and this past April, due to getting into some miscommunication with a car accident that somebody lost their life in. And RIP to everybody involved, families involved. That's not something that we want. But obviously, this has a particularly big note because he's a football player, right? So, played wide receiver for the LSU Tigers. Obviously, the LSU is one of the biggest football names, conglomerates you can know. And this week, it came out that his car actually had nothing to do with the accident. And there was some coercion, some things, that was not handled in the best way possible. And, it got me to thinking, I'm a mom, I'm a mentor, and obviously athletes get ignored about their mental health a whole lot. We talk about the glitz, we talk about the glamour, but you talk about 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 still young, 22 still young, year-old young men and women now, getting big bags, getting big money, big responsibility, that comes with a lot more pressure than just going to college and being able to get a degree. Now, these athletes are able to take care of their parents, put them in a different tax bracket, puts the athlete in a different tax bracket, which brought a lot of attention to this situation regardless. It is a very unfortunate situation because this young man ended up losing his life to this. And again, not dealing with the pressure. It also goes to my point of these athletes are so much more than just the sport that they play. It's so much more. Myself included, Julius included, we wouldn't be sitting here talking. I definitely wouldn't if I was not an athlete who was like, I got to be more than just the game, but also, too, how can I still be involved in the game? A lot of things go on. I'm praying and hate to hear this for the family. Obviously, all the guys that are in the NFL now that was extremely impacted by his passing, and now you got to kind of deal with this, and this is just another major impact to that LSU crew that was always behind Lacey and what was going on. But it is a very difficult situation to deal with because as much as we love sports and we're like, oh, we're null and void. We are not. Athletes, myself, reporter, none of us are null and void for things happening, right? We are still humans living. But that is just a sucky situation. And I could not go without saying RIP to Kyron Lacey, the family. We send prayers to them. I know it gives some vindication. Like, it's not, you don't get your son back. But you definitely feel some peace. And the crazy part about this whole situation too is they never had like clear information. It was always kind of like, we don't really know. And they still chose to prosecute. Like, this is the impact. This is things that our regular everyday human deals with, but our athletes deal with at a larger magnitude, especially when they're going into these college towns, becoming absolute stars. We hear the stories all the time of athletes either being in some mischief, getting in something or those things being swept under the rug because they're such a big star, a big deal. So I just want y'all to wrap your hands around y'all baby. I am a boy's mom, so you know what I mean? It definitely hit my heart. I'm glad that he's not an athlete. Thank you, Jesus, y'all made me a nerd. But to all my athletic moms and my other people that just listen to me and tap in, make sure y'all are aware of what y'all kids are going through and tap in with y'all athletes. I know just because you see them be successful or you see them thriving in the field or on the court, that doesn't mean that they don't have other pressures. That doesn't mean that I shouldn't be like, hey, where your mental health at? Which is why it's such a growing thing within the sports field. But I was just like, that's crazy to get that news in such a pivotal time with all the guys that he pretty much played with are in the NFL. His bros are in the NFL. So that was just a hard pill to swallow. Sorry you had to get it out, but we definitely do. In that being said, though, college basketball is back. This is my most favorite. I really, NBA, great. I can't wait to opening day, though. Not watching these preseason games. Julius, have you tapped into any preseason games?
I watched AJ DeBonsa highlights from
What'd you
BYU.
think?
He looked great scorer. It's what he's projected to be.
I mean, he definitely looked very good. I liked what I saw from the highlights. College basketball is just way, 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 way better. I mean, I think it's because of the storylines, too. Like, you can really dive deep into the story of what's going on with a college athlete, kind of be in their business, and we're messier with whatever school they go to. Like, obviously, in everybody's mind, they're like, why did that boy go to BYU? Nobody wanted him to go there.
It was
BYU,
that $7 million.
Yeah, they got that NIL, man. They got that money. So sometimes these money decisions are being made for sure. And BYU seemed like they got a lot of money because they also got our boy Ryder Lyons. So they got a nice little bag over there at BYU. I don't know what's going on. Any other college teams that you're excited to see come back?
I just want to see if the champions can repeat again this year.
You think it's going to be a back-to-back?
High likelihood, even though they
High
lost.
likelihood.
They lost Walter Clayton Jr.
Yeah.
But I heard they got some good transfers.
Of course.
So let's just see if they can go back-to-back.
I, on the women's side, I just wanted to just throw a shot at LSU for just a little bit, in a more positive, joking way. LSU women's basketball, Coach Moki, schedule just been weak. And every year it gets weaker. That's probably my number one standout of all the things that I saw. Like, I think the guys, there's going to be some guys and teams that show where very well early basketball is a, series. It's overruns. But on that women's side, I was like, hey, LSU. No offense, and I went to an HBCU, but 5 HBCUs, stop it, LSU. Stop. Kim Mulkey, y'all got a big bag like that. Like, I get it, but then I'm like, no, I don't get it. Other thing that kind of broke my heart, too, was Juju is going to be out this whole season. I was so sad to hear it. We fully support her getting right and getting healthy. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, this is what we watch the game for. Juju is a different type of beast on the court. Got to see her live. Watched her, obviously, this entire time. I've actually known about her and been watching her game since, like, maybe 6th grade. And she always has kind of been like that. Girls that can play really well always she plays like a boy. Juju is very drag step, like, always had like this a package that was very different, which we get to see at the highest level, at the college level. But her not playing definitely was a snoozer for sure. I don't know about repeat back-to-back, but I love college because of the optimism of possibility of people winning. A question that came up as we come here down to the end, the tournament. 64 teams come out during March Madness and play. Do you think that we should extend the NCAA tournament?
Extend time-wise or more teams?
More teams.
Why not?
No! Why are you saying yes? Let me know, Drew. What I miss?
It's just the whole point and the lure of March Madness is that everyone has a chance. So why not give more chances? You give more athletes at these smaller schools a higher chance to get their name out, which I think will help combat teams just having to go through basically free agency every year, where small schools have these players, they break out, go get a bag from a bigger school, a UConn, a Purdue, something like that. It might give them a better chance to get their name out, possibly get drafted without having to ditch the people that believed in them at the start.
You know what? As I was so adamantly against it, that was not a bad take. I actually do agree. It gives opportunity to more schools get NIL. Maybe more coaches stay. You're having movement on both ends. You're having coaches win at small schools to go get more money to go to a bigger school, which therefore means they're going to take their players, which if I had a great year last year and we made a Cinderella run, then we're going to have to go ahead. My only thought is it has not shown enough competitiveness in the lower brackets, lower seeds, should I say, to compete. We haven't had a Cinderella in a while. True, legit Cinderella. 12 or lower. We haven't had one in a while. So, I think, though, with this NIL thing and it being shaken up so much, definitely possibility. Great take. Anything before we rock out, Julius?
I just want to shout out all the punters across the country.
Shout out to y'all, man. Hopefully they get this ball situation locked in because toes is getting hurt out there and punters are very valuable. So I agree with that. Shout out to all the punters. Shout out to all the high school kids. It is week 7. It is coming down to the thick of things, last few games. So shout out to all y'all. Shout out to all my other fall sports as well, kicking off. You know, Coach Goody loves high school sports. That's my boy Julius. I'm Coach Goody, and you're listening to Givin Game on 97.5 FM KDEE. We'll see y'all back here next week.